It seems that Cash Rock is now experiencing an uncomfortable taste of humble pie, as she just admitted that the things that people have been noting about Chrisean Jr. are true. Chrisean is still unable to admit that she might have something to do with his health problems, even though she should have taken care of them from the beginning and now needs some aid due with her son's current struggles. Since there are allegations that she is struggling with her guilt and has resorted to church for help and direction. In an effort to assist her son in bonding with his siblings and having a real family, she has also been talking to Blueface's mother, Clarissa, about her co-baby mama, Jaden Alexis, in the hopes that things would get better. And the most courteous method, the absurdity of it all, is that, in spite of fans' entreaties for her to focus on what is directly in front of her, Cash has been denying for months that her son could require assistance. He isn't hitting those milestones as he should, according to some of her friends and people close to the situation who have seen Chrisean Jr. They couldn't help but compare him to Hello, who is almost 2 years old and has become everyone's favorite internet nephew with his adorable little self. On Instagram, people saw Chrisean give birth live, and her kid was always present or close by. People started to notice that he didn't move his head or have strong hand-eye coordination at that point, but it was his tears during Chrisean's live defense of her Blueface tattoo that really had people talking. It had the sound of a dying cat weeping. Concerned admirers began reaching out to her after learning that, pleading with her to take her infant to the doctor immediately. But Chrisean mostly ignored the remarks, acting as though they were haters trying to ruin her happiness as a new mother. She insisted that there was nothing wrong with her baby and that others were just projecting things onto him, and she kept sharing footage of herself and her son. Cash had a history of excessive drinking and partying while pregnant, so no one was letting up on her. When her doctor told her that she was too far along to terminate the pregnancy, she reportedly broke down in tears and went for an ultrasound at 5 months. But that wasn't all, since fans started looking more closely at Cash's movies and discovered that, based on online medical experts, he had most of the physical traits associated with fetal alcohol syndrome. The physical symptoms of fetal alcohol syndrome were all present in Cash's son: small, corner-folded eyes, extra-large, low-set ears, a flat mid-face, and an extremely small head. Infants experiencing alcohol withdrawal may have been the source of the high-pitched cries you heard in these recordings. Additionally, others observed that in pictures of him, his pupils seem white instead of red, which could be a sign that he has a vision issue. Elucidate why until Chrisean placed it directly in front of him so he couldn't miss it. He hadn't been grabbing for food or anything else placed in front of him. We had never seen him do anything that a 1-year-old banging on 2 should be doing, including walk, talk, hold a spoon, or laugh. Chrisean claimed that she was merely protecting her son's privacy when she gradually took him off the internet as the outcry grew. This is one of the rare occasions that people have had the chance to view him in that manner, though, as Chrisean has been going to church more regularly since then and is bringing her son along. Fans quickly noted that not much has changed despite this. She won't be the first or last to have a child with special needs. I know, but what's really upsetting people is that she may have contributed to it with her behavior during her pregnancy, and now she's looking for a miracle to alter these things. All of that bullshit about her wanting to give Chrisean Jr. some privacy was just a way for people to avoid her and not hold her responsible because Chrisean Jr. has changed since we last saw him. Remember that in a few months he will turn 2. It's possible that Crone realized she handled things incorrectly since she went back and tried to get him the help and care he needed for a long time. Crone was at odds with both Blueface's other child, Jaden Alexis, and Blueface's mother, Clarissa. Mama realizes that she needs a whole village and support system to help raise her kid, because Chrisean became pregnant when Jaden and Blueface were still dating. Therefore, she is asking them to put aside their arguments so their boy can have his family with him. Despite all of her efforts to set things right for Crone Jr., individuals continue to argue that she ought to publicly acknowledge her errors rather than continuing to act as though she was inexperienced. It's obvious that she doesn't care for the child based on her hospital stay, the manner she bent the baby's back, and the fact that she missed his surgery. I want Ration Rock's son to visit double hockey sticks like yesterday every time I see him. The rage, will Cash ever accept responsibility for her movements throughout her pregnancy, in your opinion? There will be more videos in the future, so please leave a comment below and remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. I think she is aware that she is to blame for his failures and that she suffers greatly behind closed doors, but she refuses to confront the truth since she knows she is to blame. Berries.